according to Adidas, this country range didn't drop at least for the last 8 years or so. And now at the start of 2024, they're actually bringing it back, but it's coming in collaboration with Yohji Yamamoto for this Y-3 release. Guys, and welcome back for a brand new review. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing and also giving me a like. It will really help out the channel. You can also give me a follow on Instagram and TikTok to see exactly what I'm gonna review in the next few days. In today's video, guys, we're gonna have a look at a premium release coming from Adidas in collaboration with a Japanese designer called Yohji Yamamoto for this Y-3 range. So let's go ahead and take them out of the box, guys, which as usual will come in a very premium box, which this time is gonna come in a different color. Usually we are getting it in an off-white colorway, but this time this one will come in this brownish color, which as usual here on the top will have this Y-3 branding. So let's go ahead and take the lid off, guys. So inside as usual we're gonna have the usual stuff. One of it will be a piece of paper which will explain something about the materials and the design. We're also gonna have a second pair of laces, and we're also gonna have these black dust bags for the shoes. Usually they were coming in white, and these ones also seem to be slightly a bit thicker. So let's go ahead and just take the shoes out, guys. So in today's video we're gonna have a look at this very premium release coming from Adidas and Yohji Yamamoto for this Y-3 country. So according to the Adidas website, it seems that this country range, it didn't release in the last 8 years or so at all, but now at the start of 2024, this one is making a comeback in this very premium release coming from Y-3, which in case you are not familiar with, it's a collaboration between Adidas and Yohji Yamamoto, which will be a Japanese designer. And if you are regular to the channel, you've probably seen most of my reviews coming from this Y-3 range, which most of the times will have quite premium materials and unique designs, which will also come at a slightly higher price than usual. If I'm not mistaken, most of the times these releases will come at double or triple the actual price for the base model. So that's gonna be the case for this release as well, which here in the UK will retail at £250, which will be around $300 US. And besides this off-white colorway, we're also gonna have it in a triple black as well. And yes, this will be a brand new release which dropped in the first half of January. And it seems that the upper for this pair of shoes will be inspired by the character of well-loved leather gloves, which for sure you can feel it straight away. This leather material is actually quite soft to the touch, and indeed a very nice one. So let's go ahead and also do a breakdown of this one, guys. So as you can see, for this upper we're gonna have only one material, which will be this very soft leather material in this off-white color, which will replicate the original country paneling. But for this one we won't have different materials. We're just gonna have them separated by this very nice stitching. As in for the actual lacing system, we're gonna have your normal punch out holes, which will keep in place this off-white thin laces, which as usual we're gonna have a second pair in the actual box in the same colorway. And underneath these laces, guys, we're also gonna have the same leather material for this tongue, which will have a press down here at the top the Y-3 branding. As you can see, even at the back of the tongue we're gonna have the same leather material, which actually feels quite nice to the touch. Going now in the midfoot, guys, you can see that for this one we're gonna have this very interesting design for these 3 stripes, which will be represented by this double stitching, which for sure is looking quite nice. And on the lateral side, just behind these 3 stripes, and we're gonna have laser engraved Yohji Yamamoto's signature, which for sure looks quite nice. Going now inside of the shoe, as usual for this brand, we're gonna have this leather lining, which here at the back of the heel section will have this gray suede. And underneath this lining, unfortunately, we won't have any padding whatsoever. And of course, as usual, at the bottom we're gonna have this foam insole, which will be covered for the full length in this white leather material, which will also have pressed down the Y-3, Adidas and Yohji Yamamoto lettering here at the heel section. So now guys, we can go to this rubber midsole, which if I'm not mistaken will be covered by this tumble leather material in this off-white color, which for sure looks quite nice. And the design, even though it's quite simple, I feel that it's actually working quite nice with the rest of the shoe. And even though this one seems to be a rubber midsole, it's actually quite squishy underfoot. So even though it doesn't look like it, I feel that this one is actually quite comfortable underfoot. So now guys, we can finish with this thicker rubber outsole in this off-white color, which has roughly the same pattern as a normal pair of Adidas Country, which will replicate this herringbone design, which for sure it's looking actually quite nice. In the midfoot we're also gonna have the Adidas lettering and also the 3-4 logo. As in for the actual sizing guys, for me as I have a skinny fit, for this one I just went with my true to size. And I need to admit that this one it's actually a bit snug. So my recommendation will be that for people with a skinny fit, you can stay with your true to size. But in case you have a normal fit, most definitely I would suggest you to go with at least a half size up. And just in case you have wide fit guys, most definitely I would suggest you to go with a full size up, just to make sure that this one is not going to be too snug for you. In my opinion, I feel that this one overall it's actually a very snug pair of shoes. So overall guys, this brand new release coming from Y-3 for this country release, in my opinion, as usual, it's actually using quite good materials, which is something normal coming for this brand. But of course, this will come at a higher price than the normal Adidas releases, which here in the UK will be £250. So even though this one is coming at a higher price, for sure I find it that this one is a very interesting one, which looks very good, and also the level of comfort is not too bad either. So for sure, in my opinion, if you really want to have something a bit more different and also premium, for sure I find that this one will be quite a good option. So yeah guys, this was my unboxing and reviewing of this brand new release coming from Y-3 for this country range. I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to press the like button, maybe also subscribe to the channel. You can also give me a follow on Instagram and TikTok to see exactly what I'm going to review in the next few days. And of course, if you want to have a look at any of my other reviews coming from Y-3, you can choose from any of the videos which you have now on the screen. And as always, I will see you in my next one. Thanks for watching.